Hi guys, welcome back. So this week we're talking about the fifth commandment, and this fifth commandment says you shall not kill. And basically this commandment seems like it'd be pretty straightforward. If we're not killing people or murdering someone, we're doing okay. But really it's calling you to go much beyond that and to respect life in all forms from conception to natural death. And so we're called to respect life, but what does that look like and why do we have to respect life? And so we are called to respect life because we're created in God's image and likeness. And that means that when God created the universe, he created the plants and animals, the lightness and the darkness, and then he created Adam and Eve. And he created Adam and Eve special. He set them apart in his image and likeness. We look like God. And because we look like God, we have human dignity. We are set apart, we have this value and worth just because we're created in God's image and likeness. And because we're created in God's image and likeness, the Catechism of the Catholic Church says that we're not something, but someone. The Catechism of the Catholic Church is basically just like an encyclopedia of all the church teachings, but it says that we're not something, we're someone. So every single person has this human dignity, we're set apart, we have this value, and we should be able to be treated like we are something that's valuable. So we are called to respect every person because they are valuable and have this human dignity. Alrighty, we have this human dignity, we are called to respect life because every single life has value and worth, but how do we go about doing that? And even as a fourth grader, we are able to follow the fifth commandment. We are able to respect life from conception as a bitty baby in our mommy's tummy to natural death when we're hopefully a grandma with old and gray hair, maybe in a nursing home or whatever. So that may look like being kind to your siblings or helping out your mom with your baby brother when she asks. And it also may look like sending a card to your grandma when it's her birthday. Like, you can respect life in all forms just by being kind to other people and treating everybody like they are a son and daughter of the King. This commandment also calls us to take care of our own bodies and to make sure that we're getting enough sleep or drinking enough water or eating good foods or just being respectful of what we're wearing and mindful of how we take care of our own bodies as well. And lastly, the fifth commandment calls us to promote peace. And promoting peace can be within your own household by not fighting with your siblings, but it can also be out in your community by helping those in need. And so one way that you could do that is the St. Thomas More clothing drive that we have going on. And I'll put some more information about that on our page, but that's something to keep in mind that you can do specifically during the holiday season to help keep people in our community warm that may not have the clothing and the means to keep themselves warm at this given time. And so just a final recap, the fifth commandment is you shall not kill. And it is calling us to go beyond just not murdering anybody. And it is telling us that we should be respecting life in all forms from conception to natural death and to promote peace in our own community. So basically we're being called to be kind to everybody, and we're called to respect our own bodies and to respect other people and to just make sure that we're treating everybody like they were created in God's image and likeness. Because every single one of us was, and every single one of us has this value and dignity since we're created by God. Alrighty guys, so with this video, that means that we are halfway done with the 10 commandments. We have made it through 5 of them. So make sure that you know if you can put them all in the order that they belong, as well as see if you can simplify the wording of the 10 commandment to point out how you are to live that commandment in your everyday life. So if I look at the 5th commandment that says you shall not kill, how can I live out that commandment in my day-to-day life? How can me, in my life, as a 4th grader or wherever you're at, how can I live that out in my day-to-day life? So keep that in mind. That's a really good way to review them, and I will see you guys next week.